lead the Vanuatu agenda on climate change. So the women are going to welcome you in their own way.
Pacifica, Pacifica, power Pacifica, 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 power Pacifica, power. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas. But you may everyone, you may have make one big full of power clap after you may sit down. 2, 3. Okay, by me, I ask you, may everyone, you may sit it, please. Good morning, you may everyone. More one second, you may come together today, second day, or launching you may. Now day 2, and me specifically, climate justice. So once again, we are here today on our second day. So today is Climate Justice Day. So we also have on our program our strategy and our key message that we want for ICJ. So there are a lot of happenings, and at the end of today, we will have a launch of our off-grid energy. So today, you may stop Climate Justice Day, morning, yeah, but you may cut one discussion. You may cut our Honorable MP, where hemi special envoy to Vanuatu climate change, Honorable Ralph Regenfano. Welcome again, Plesia, with the voices of, there's only 400 here, but 9,000 women we represent across 4 provinces in Vanuatu. Your presence is highly appreciated among all of us. You may want them to use a program, but you may cut one photo shoot, one climate action, where you may cut outside, ICJ key messaging. After, but you may launch them strategy, you may 5 years, where you may cut, you may all women need to talk together, you may make them. And then afternoon, you may cut one launching off-grid energy, with them partners, you may, where divide by him lead him. Project Playumia, Hemistap Lawital Notana. Notana antap no kafrema full notana ya. Notana pikwan we pikwan. You may hope say with them project ya, Pamba you may have expand ikolo every nara place Playumi. Start lo notik am kolo west. I think to la place in a location where you make at first one. So today, I'm exciting. Yesterday, you may not tanis too much, but tell afternoon now. But you may just celebrate them 2 days. Yesterday, what day? Woman! Woman! Talk together. Information. Information. Okay, thank you too much. So, by me no more ko mo. Lo Toktok blomi, we look everyone only excited and everyone looks beautiful, and that's how you should present yourself every day. Be beautiful, be appreciated of who you are. Yeah, you are the queen of your own house. Make that a responsible every day and your priority every day as women. Thank you too much. Me now invite Special Envoy Bliumi, Honorable Member of Parliament, Ralph Regenfano, me give him speech, plehem. Keynote speech.
Good morning, all Mama Blo Vanuatu. Nice to look at everyone kala today morning. Good morning, our international friends from ActionAid International, ActionAid Australia. The Australian government, all miluk some NGOs lo plesia, all NGOs pli milo Vanuatu. Minus I say government lo Vanuatu istabia tu or minuluk, I think I'll stop. Good morning, everyone. Me feel small, but stand up for it. Me feel all powerful, mama, from throughout Vanuatu. And also one representative of government of Vanuatu, mo nem talam big fella thank you lo work we will make him. Government mi look save work plivala. I think full of time mi look save also be you will me one powerful part lo how Vanuatu emi start developing the future, mo how you start building resilience lo communities play me. Lo level blowing lo government, me feel like a full of program on top. He come down, but nothing is a work. Suppose community him in a part play, we implement them from government and people of Vanuatu. And him now you feel only more than half of people of Vanuatu. So implementation believe also more key stakeholder, more agents will change inside the country believe me. And me stamp up the development of Vanuatu. We want to tell them thank you, Lo Flora, with them team them. We only build them up this network since 2015. Me Mr. Kamlo one year time when it's the whole level meeting, but first time we look at full level. So congratulations, Lo network. More congratulations, Lo formation of federation yesterday. You started the next stage for work now. So me. Also, I will have a Ralph Regan Vanu, Mimi MP bla Potfila, but Mimi being minister blo, Mimi being only full of ministerial portfolio, go kasem lo. This government, we come in also minister blo climate change, more environment, more energy, and maybe in stable position here. We will have been go out government small time last year, come back inside, and then lo Oxlo year, me step down, me give him position lo colleague plumi, John Salong, we have a new minister. And Ministry of Foreign Affairs, he appointed me, Mr. Representative Vanuatu, to talk about climate change, more environment, law meeting overseas, more too inside Vanuatu. So work play now some special envoy, Mr. Travel on behalf of government of Vanuatu. So last week, we just came back before yesterday, Colombia, one big fella meeting, one we call him Convention on Biological Diversity. One big fella agreement where every country in the world only make him say, by you me holem tight, all good fella environment blame me, by you me no spoil him. And you me agree say, by you me must maintain him, all placed inside the world blame me where also all push, all tack push, where holem tight full of kind pitching, full of kind pepet, all animal, all different kind tree, all different kind flower. You must keep him from something I do. Climate change is to make him say loose. So I put him leave me, hold him tight someplace to push, keep him taboo, someplace to salt water, someplace to deep sea, and all island believe me, you make out something I finish. You will find out you be lucky from Olabu believe me before come, only been practicing one fasting blow, hold him tight all good for something the environment believe me. You got all custom putum tabu all place. You got all fast in Taiwan money maret or Taiwan family tet by you plug in one place or you plug in one kind fast in blow fishing or kind of something. And you will Vanuatu, you must have try and blow make them say all community. You must wake them up all thing wake them out lo or labu blimi or custom fast in blimi. Most same time you got all department or some environment or some fisheries or some forestry. Well, so I work with them, you make it more. And you me lucky to us from time when you born come inside Lowolia, you got one nice environment, Lo Vanuatu. One man you call him Vanuatu, the most beautiful place, kind of same, happiest country in the world, and from nice environment, believe me. But the reason you got one nice environment, Lo Vanuatu, is that or mama believe me, or grandmother believe me, or abu believe me, or katana maintain them. You come custom you me. So you got duties, say you too, you must make them. You must hold them tight that same environment, you pass them go beginning believe me. Especially the time also where you look full of pressure blow. You me clean and push. You me go fishing blow. Every kind fish kasem also swallow something low, salt water, you must want to kai. And important blow you me break small, make them sure say you maintain them something, think about the future generation. And I mean, one when we feel like been go talk about law. Kali, mo yumi lo Vanuatu, you got plan believe stuff, you got National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan, or plan where Kamani kam, with them all NGOs, come talk around lo yumi lo, all different communities. And we say, you got full up community conservation areas, all stop stand up, all tabu area, all stop finish all place plimi. Yumi lo look save no more, lo holem tight. Mo make a new one. Meeting about lo, last year, we go up lo Gawa, we will have been declared big fella lake plolgataya, lake letas, with them all surrounding area plem where all gatayet oli hole tabu since thousand years come. Ale mi fella government just come tell them say yes, government too by recognizing place here. Mi fella declare one community conservation area. Mi fella go down lo anaichum, declare tabu area lo middle island lo anaichum. We all gatayet oli holem tight thousand years come. And one big achievement lo year yanamo lo May is that we declare one big fella conservation area lo metal lo island lo efate with them help long all chief lo efate with them community lo efate yumi holem tight place now but yumi no save ko spolem or something we stop inside from full man is lo efate naya or depend lo water or depend lo animal or depend lo pitchin or depend lo every something we come out lo bank lo efate antapia. And so everyone, we feel achievement, believe me, but protect them place here. We survey every island, believe me, you got all place also. So when I one walk when we go from last week, I'll come back, I'll me continue to make them place here. And next week, by me for them some gata flora with them some group here blogo climate change COP. So me too and walk. I think all colleague lo parliament. I think by parliament on, by full of survey walk out. I think by me na by me go lo biaf, all ministers. Logo representative voice for Vanuatu. Solo side block climate change, when we topic will ask me about Toktok lem. I think you ever ni sabe. World blue me Mr. Come hot from you Mr. dig him out or something underneath look around. Lo make him masut, lo make him benzene, lo run him engine. Will give him light me. Lorana will be people a factory, will make him every something Mr. Look outside, or track or close play or something. Yeah. And time you Mr. dig him out or something, I come on up, you Mr. Yusum, and Mr. make him gassy on top of air. And gas here now, carbon dioxide. And Mr. cause him place become hot. And Mr. make him place become hot. And time place become hot, time temperature Mr. go on up. You Mr. Look. All cyclone only got more strong. You may look all events also rainfall, rainy gam also we never look before, you big one. Some place you may look place you try. Time you look Lord YouTube or all news around the world, we start look at television, you look all disaster every place. Some place you got big full of fire, big full of flood, big full of cyclone. Every result blow. Wall is come hot from you Mr. Dig him out or something and look around, blow. Make him electricity, make him energy, make him all something where any part blow wall where Mr. live lem. You will Vanuatu, not too much. You will Vanuatu, you may make him small, but you may not got all factory, make him all something. Time you may go back to the island, believe me, you may not use him too much. Light, you may not use him too much. Or something like man, you may still live low, full of law, or fast and blame with them, or something we make out low current blame with them, low push blame, soul water blame. Suppose you go on another side wall, you look only Lego every something I finished, only go a different kind of life finish now. Only no more cut crown blow kata, only no more cut push blow kata, only live low, wall blow, by the wall white man full one. And only stomach became kind development where we cause them. We must use more, something we can out of the ground, make them energy, make them place more hot. Long time ago, after we became independent, 1980, 1990, you may been stopped, Vanuatu, and we been one country where we joined the United Nations. 1984, you may join the United Nations, also one independent country, where you may get voice when we talk about the issue of the world. 1990, Ambassador Blo Vanuatu Lo United Nations. And we start talking about fasten where all big people country list make them blessy hot, make them climate change, where stuff affected you no good. Cause them all disasters play me. And been got one conference happen, first time where world me come together, but talk about how world is come hot, when we call them climate change, or start to make them Toktok and now climate change. 1991, 92, and Vanuatu lo time he been start lo forest lo Toktok. And lo time you meet them say you meet all small island countries, the Pacific, the Caribbean, the Indian Ocean. You must come together from, you mean no cause them climate change, you mean no cause them place hot, pe time place hot, may cause them all disaster, is the kakayumi now. Pe you mean no make them problem ya. Pe rubbish effect lo problem ya, and Mr. kakayumi. And I start to talk what we call them climate justice. You know cause them problem, the problem is kakayu. So man we cause them problem, we stop. So man we cause them problem now, and we must look lo one em no good way you harem. From him na cause them problem, you know you. And then he come back lo 2015, he got on big fella meeting lo Paris. Lo every country in the world we only member lo big fella agreement, we only want them agree lo cut them down. Or rubbish something we must out lo crown, we must cause them woli come hot, only want them say you me outlaw kind economy, you me call one economy where you me use some solar, you me use some water, you me use some wind blow make them power blow. You me life them, but you me no more touchable something inside the ground. You me no put some inside the ground or somewhere. You must make them all of these years where cause them place come hot. So big fella agreement here, or we call them United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. One big fella agreement, blow every country in the world, 190 something countries, only agree, blow me fella put them hand together, blow try and straight them issue here. So to mat problem here. And big fella meeting lo 2015 lo Paris, you me been stop. And lo time only been agree, lo one what we call them Paris Agreement. I think you will have them only store and leave them Paris Agreement where they say every country in the world, buy only stop, lo make them all rubbish development here, where heavy cause them place come hot. Every country in the world by make them. One what we call them mitigation. By you stop, lo make them all something where heavy cause them temperature of the world go up, lo place come hot. Now something where every country been agree them lo Paris Agreement. Lo Paris lo 2015 only agree say true say all country where been causing problem ya. Or katala le mas pem. You me all country where you no causing problem ya. Lo help them you me. Lo you me face them problem lo climate change where stuff come. Lo help them you me lo development play me. Lo you me adapt lo changing environment. And you been agree them. To will mean something if you agree them lo time ya. You everyone must cut them rubbish development road to him him. Lo stop him. Place come hot, wall come hot. More too, or country where it cause some problem, or rich country where it develop finish. Or you must give him money, lo you where you stop develop yet, lo help him you lo you no follow him same road or some olgata, mo you find one new road to development where he clean, and no spoil him environment. But you must give him money limi from olgata, cause you lo face some problem where you install him na ya. Emelo 2015. One of my stop now is that my first stop call all meeting blow climate change. My first now in Florida before last year. My first stop call, my first stop look say all country will be agree every something elo Paris only come and leave me. Only no sta katem rabiskas will sta yusumia. All sta katem slow be nothing compared to one only agree them. Only been agree se balikatem kasem level ya 1.5 degrees above when it happened before only been start to develop it. But now yeah you start law 2, you beat him 2 now. So only no stop. Only continue blow make them new. Only continue blow karma something no crown yet. Blow make them develop blow kata. So only been gaman lo Paris. After blow give him money lo yumi too. Lisa bali give him up to $100 billion. Lo 1 year ikam lo yumi plo. Help yumi lo development bli by yumi lo help lo make em all solar project, make em all infrastructure bli yumi all road or something help yumi plo meet him all challenge him is the facing development. Emia tu yumi never look mania. I hat lo kare mania. Ngoino katu. So me tu ba mi tale se wan kiaman. And now you heard him say, lo 2019, Vanuatu, we decide lo International Court of Justice. Lo karamon advisory opinion. You may go no more from time where you go make one agreement with the one man. You will agree on something, let me know make him. One him wrote you got. You must go to court now. Lo court you tell him say you promise him something, but you don't make him. Ale, now one him where penalty where by you pay him. So we feel like go to International Court of Justice, but tell him say lo Paris. You may run in a agree say by you may stop lo karamat or something lo crown or fossil fuels. Lo make them development we start cause them wall blow him become hot. You may be na agree them be you will understand make him. You may be na agree say by you will karem $100 billion you will give him lo all developing countries in Vanuatu. We have no cause them problem be Mr. face him effect blame. Cyclone Pam, big fella, mama damage is destroy him all school or hospital or house floor man or Karen. You will make a problem, but you make a guy. So you fella must pay me fella. Compensation. Kind of some compensation. You fella no make him. So you fella go to court, to the International Court of Justice, plus ask him say, suppose all countries will all be agreed to make him something after all you know make him. One of them have responsibility to the law. Only must make them or no? Or me one piece of paper, nothing. Most suppose only got only signing paper, yeah, more got meaning blame, more heavy, only got responsibility. Pay only no make them. One of them now by happen lolgata. All countries also Australia, US, China. One of them by happen lolgata. So you Mr. Kolo please no from you may Toktok, you may agree on something, but only no make them. Also you may agree them. And Vanuatu, you Mr. face them big fella effect of climate change between full up countries. But it tell them say United Nations, it tell them say Vanuatu is one of the most vulnerable countries to natural disasters in the world. You look last year we got 3 category 4 cyclone. You got one Hamas big fella earthquake, you got one tsunami in north Los Santos. You got volcanic eruption, you got big fella disaster, you 100% no more white sun full time no more, you never stop. You even evacuate the island by one time finish. You must have look change, you will stop leave look around. You look change lo place, you look change lo something will start grow. You look environment you stop change, when you must have a crow look around, you stop change. Or place where before you start waterlem, you know start waterlem. Life is stop change, hurry up from climate change. You know big fella events, no more but small something too. Or reef stop dead. One first effect, well, it allows by affecting you on the climate change is that every reef bloom by dead. After by you make a money. After by you make a money. So you must face them all effects, says the face you me. Vanuatu government, strategy blame. By all se mi ban vela sta go fight outside yet. But try and make himself before the country. Or he must change him fast in block time, or he must give him money, or he promise him come. So you must have received him some money for this. You get full of all projects, we have himself climate change projects. Is the country believe you know enough. You know custom level where you be na krilem, based to come, you must have a sub make him. One walk to me and me make him go carry some more money gam. Go kill him table, but tell him say you been telling him must give him. Find him all projects to make him. Pero level inside the country. You must start with the more communities. Misabe se full uplift start long all CDCCCs, or community disaster climate change committees law or communities level. You must strengthen them. All community disaster climate change committees law. Every community must get one way strong. And government got one project now, VC CRP, we work with them some level, we strengthen them. But strength blow CDCCC, and we depend no more on strength of community. And one big fella something no more, whereby save him the future go. And we suppose community believe, and we strong, we work together. Papa put them hand together with them mama, chief put them hand together with them, all man, all woman, all beginning, all church, and you work one, because one problem of what you champion you meet the fight. You will have a good. Me will to andalo parliament, me will champion the fight. But suppose you meet the fight the level of community by hard blood chief full of something. So government is putting effort to try and help me perform all CDCCCs. You make all development committees too long all communities play me. You must make them say chief you work with them. You will mama pro make them all some small community management bodies play me must work good. You must stop the fasting to tell them say mama you know some make them work or you may discriminate from him by me destroy him full future play me. You must work together. And so, the side of responsible climate change, Hemi no one knew something by me talk about from. Hemi depend pick one no more lo good fellow organization level of the community. Blow you miss how make them planning, blow prepare, blow disaster whereby come. You miss have a respond time when you come, and then you miss have a recover time you come after. Hemi no one secret no more. Hemi you me organize good. You may everyone organize good. Mom, you will everyone is obviously you will mama na you will pakpun. You make a good for organization of community. All papa all good blood Toktok. Be blow walk all mama now. Be fascinating must stop. So network me one very important network. Plo you will must pull more money come inside. Plo walk alongside the fella. Plo you will make a community fella me good. Pa imi roman imi no sai wogi mi wane. Pe imi ni demol good fala man also mol champion ble imi plo stana potem imi. Plo imi pushu mol agenda iko. Mami ask mi fala everyone fala mas stand plo organization inside the community. Community plo church everyone I coincide them. From unity more strong thinking plo work inside the community ble imi na ya. You facing full of challenge, you know, climate change, no, big full of challenge pagan na, I'm RSC. Look, community split me. You must have facing problem, every man to make a walk or go. Government may got policy to try and address me from Vala looks to level and up, say, is to go to mass now. You could blow one side, pay, na is to go to mass. You try to manage him, but everything you come back, law, organization, law, community no more. So, pambayi mi got full up all projects solista kamiet, lo side lo climate change, lo help him yumi, lo adapt, mo find him road where by yumi no spoil him environment, lo make him development play me. Also, well, before la country lo make him. Or you spoil him wholly up, lo make him development, lo kata na yumi face him before la problem lo climate change. By yumi no mo go pusumhan, lo place where underneath lo crown, lo place where yumi no should collect. Pa imi do resource we mi kat, imi follow more fasten we allow we give imi with them. Or kata lo government department so le kam help imi blo adam apsa mon nu follow fasten. Pakiat katening all kind of semia. Blo imi find him road. By government imi come in blo make them government got one objective, for example, blo make them every man must got light by 2030, imi no long time. Everyone must get access to water supply. You must look is to go slow. Emi objectives for government who must achieve with them all. Is the master plan blem, National Sustainable Development Plan. But one observation by me or someone leader of country long time is that time community organized development come quick. Time community organized from by heart or something. You will have you will part blow make them all change the community blow. You save receive him. Development come you say manage him good. You will government emi champion blow no say manage him good something. That's why very hard play you go forward, hurry up. From something gamal, you start pakarap. But you know make a mistake at the community level. Time project gam make sure say you involve every level. We follow government too, we will make sure say you will step inside, look him think. Tayo you start one walk out, di wala mas katik di wala inside before you start to walk out there. So we want to encourage me, please, if you continue to work with us, thank you, Lord. ActionAid, Vanuatu. If you just form one federation, if you more strong, try and transform your community. You must transform ya. Outlaw one system where you must slack. To make them something where you may go from. You work hard to achieve full of something, benefit will pick it in blame. Population blame, Mr. Crow. Everyone challenge leave everyone. Thank you too much for the time when we got the morning of the Toktok level. We want to encourage me no more. Also, special envoy blow government of Vanuatu to climate change and environment. You got diamond is that law place play me. All resources for you got will give him good stuff, environment play me. All good for something where you may live one clean environment, you make clean soil water. Make it clean water. You must hold them title something up, or you make one good for the development of Vanuatu in the future. And you must build them up resilience, or something where Bali come. Whatever Bali come, so you got resilience, when you organize good, by you must face him. By you must face him, or by you must come back better than before. Thank you too much for your attention, everyone.
Thank you, Thomas. Send me one very good, clear picture of what is happening at global level and also what is happening in country, community, the nation, bring me here in Vanuatu. You must give him one big power clap. More you make a thing for 3 chance. All chance, please me. You must give him power. I go special envoy. Plohemi karam all message pluyumi, even all ting pluyumi, ikam kopak lol places ya. Ikat 2 places pa hemi stop lehem, ikat lo COP, where me vlai stop with them hem, ikat lo ICJ, lo International Court of Justice. So hemi one big thing whereby you me lead him, so you me need him, lo give him power, I call lehem, lo hemi me voice him out all thing ya. Woman! Woman! Information! Information. Pacifica, Pacifica. Pacifica, Pacifica. Power clap 2, 3. Thank you, Thomas. But me now invite MC blow moderation blow next panel by Hemikam. Thank you, Thomas.
All mama eh? All mama eh? Okay, so we are going to move to our next panel. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. We appreciate your insights and thank you for continuing to be our champion. We appreciate your guidance. So now we are going to have a next panel discussion. You are excused to sit next to Michelle. But before that, I would like to recognize the presence of our MP, the only woman in Parliament, MP Julia Kings. Can we give Julia a power clap? Yes, and Honorable MP, if I could kindly ask you to come in the front so that we welcome you the women's way. Commander, where are you? Woman. Thank you very much. Okay, now we are moving to our next panel, a panel of very powerful women who are going to share their insights on climate change and inclusive approaches to climate action. We are going to talk about what to them it means to have women's leadership on climate change. May I have the honor of inviting Nelly Caleb, the Executive Director of VDPA. Nelly, my sister, where are you? Woman! Then I'd also like to have to come on stage Ms. Ann Pakowa, who is the CEO of Vanuatu Human Rights Commission. Woman! And my sister Sala from the Pacific, from Fiji, for coming to join us, but also sharing our insights from Pacific Women Lead Secretariat of Pacific Community. Welcome, Sala. Woman! Woman! Now, this powerful panel of women are going to share with us some of their thoughts. Nelly will talk about disability, equity, and rights in the face of humanitarian action and climate change. Anne is going to talk to us about climate change and humanitarian crisis from a rights perspective. And Sala will talk to us about what gender equality means in the Pacific. After which, we will get a few women from Women in Toktok to ask a few questions and also allow our dignitaries, if you have any question, to ask this panel. Thank you. So we will start with you, Nelly.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. Okay. Firstly, me want them tegem honaya blow. Talam big flan thank you lo special conve blow Kavman we misal stabote mimi and also the executive director blow ActionAid Australia. And then Secretary General Blow United Nations ActionAid, and MP, the only MP Lo Milo Vanuatu, Miss Julia Gings, and also all mobilizers, all women, all man, all beginning. I think firstly me want them talamol sem, say people with them disabilities, and particularly women with disabilities. Only face and plant barriers inside the society, play me. Ikatol barriers, semol attitudinal barriers, all think play me. Or you me look olgata no more you me lepele molgata with them disability blogata. You may not even include the molgata all activities play me or programs play me. You may never include the molgata. Ikat one barrier back enemy lack of information. Tayo mi talk about all people who are deaf. All people who never access some information lo side lo early warning system. Early warning system have no accessible all kata wali blind, all kata were only cerebral kata fast or only deaf. And also all kata wali kat intellectual disabilities. You may think about all institutional barriers, all barriers, all policies, all laws play me. Even cut one review will take place in 2016. If I amount say, you may love another me at 301 law and 101 where me discriminating people with disabilities. So I got all barriers will stop inside the society. Time me think about all pre and post disaster will stop happen. Lo Yumilo Vanuatu, Yumilo Pacific. All people here, only really left out. VDPA had me making full up needs assessment way back lo 2015. Lo time lo TC Harold, lo time lo TC Pam, and then mass evacuation where me take place lo 2018. VDPA making one needs assessment. Plus find them out, all challenges where all people with them disabilities only face them. And then 2020, during TC Harold and the COVID-19 crisis, ISO full of members were only being left out. For example, needs assessment, if I find them out, say, you got some people with disabilities, only kakay one time, one day. And it really hurt. Blow all people with them disabilities or all. Time we talk about women with disabilities, you me all women, you me cook. And then you me ceremonial kakay, kukos kakay, small no more, maybe by you me not kakay. But I talk about all women with disabilities. And me really hurt. Law 2020, I may talk about experience where TC Harold have been hit him the northern part. Been cut full up man, only no expect them. Powerful cyclone niya. Only things sa katikari 5 ml sa normal cyclone. But I may come full up, only cut lessons learned after the TC Pound where may take place, and all the southern part, only been face man. 2020, time I may come, I may destroy all gardens. I mean, no sorry, one man. Even people with disabilities, I mean, no sorry, look at that. I mean, damage them, all water system, all water solely contaminated. All people with disabilities only been left out. And all katali must stand up. All women here, only must stand up. Slowly pick them up, bits and pieces. Blow rebuild them house block at the back end. Then you talk about one wheelchair user. You may talk about one way, got intellectual disabilities, all Catholic, all caregivers, or all personal assistant. Support services here. Then you talk about all Kata. Lot time will is a big marble bits and pieces blow rebuilt. All Catholic find me hard from all caregivers, all personal assistants. Only want them to blow rebuild him house block. So it take time. The conventional rights for people with disabilities, we government and ratify. Law 2008. Law Article 11, we talk about situation of risk and humanitarian emergencies. And we talk about the people with disabilities only must protected, only must get good food, good water, no time, no one emergencies. All rights all must be upheld. And me want them tell them say, all women with disabilities, that they may be full up and look down all keta. But they tell them say, good for nothing. Only powerless, only helpless. But me want them challenge them, you me today. Lo network, lo wits and shine, well kata ya affiliate kam lo FDPA.
I want to challenge.
All women, only pin, come up, blow only first responders, blow women with disabilities back in. Only share them all information, only work with them NDMO. Only pass them information, only disseminate them. Equal all women, we only got network throughout Vanuatu. So me want them tell them also, please, you must include them. Women with disabilities, humanitarian actions. For instance, design, implementation, recovery, and response. You may not look down on Keta. Thank you so much for listening.
2, 3. Thank you, my sister Nelly. You've given a powerful speech. I know it takes taken a lot from you to speak, We recognize the power you have and your personal selflessness contribution to persons of disability. We acknowledge you. Liz is going to say in summary, for those of us who don't understand Bishlama, just a summary of what Nelly has been saying.
I want to say that please do include women with disabilities from the network to disseminate messages and to include women with disabilities to be our first responders as well in times of humanitarian.
And Nelly has also said, nowadays I understand Bishlama, so I'll say what I understood. Nelly has said VDPA was started with the purpose of supporting persons with disability and women with disability. And through their work, they have learned and seen firsthand how the disabled people are sometimes neglected and forgotten when there's crisis. Nelly has said that it is critical for us all to understand and include them on set when we are designing the rapid needs assessment and all other process of humanitarian action. She has said that it is important for the government and all the other stakeholders to facilitate their efforts and make sure they are safe in the face of crisis. She's recognized their capability of sharing their experiences when we are talking about humanitarian action and climate change. Nelly, am I right? Thank you. Okay, so I hand over to my sister, Anne, to talk about rights and humanitarian action and climate action.
Thank you. I take this time to warmly welcome and also acknowledge the presence of our special envoy, Honorable Ralph Regenvano, our only female MP, Mrs. Gloria King, invited guests, and all members below Women in Toktok together. Nemblami Anpakoa, Mimi Sio Blomano to Human Rights Coalition. Lo time la disaster, Mimi step in, lo me provide them support, lo leading humanitarian response, lo ActionAid, Vanuatu. And the telemoning by historian lo experience lo me. First of all, lo cyber human rights. It got quite a number of covenants or conventions where the government may be ratified or may sign them over the years. You may have CRPD, Conventions on the Rights of People Living with Disability, where Sister Nelly Caleb may talk about. But you may talk about Pakikena. Covenant, he want something, no sign them one covenant, and we also one promise where government may make them the people that by me commit lehem and by me make them also we stop as one member state, the United Nations. Now, you may look government him stop making big development and him stop making full of something blow. Make sure me left them up life for people. Whether look good times or low time disaster, you make at all people plan for government and you may look at full of something, good full of something where you may look government him stop making and him stop impact them lives for people. You make at the places where you knock at water, now you may look all people look at water. Place where you knock at road, you may look all people look at road. Huh? Lotana, you got ring road Lotana. Hey, maybe one people or something to myself. And then you look, you may lo FAT, you may stop enjoying ring road around the FAT. You may look full of something and start happen. Lo education sector, you may find them all full up all beginning play you may where only live with them disability. Now you make out inclusive classrooms whereby one teacher may stand up inside the classroom. You make out all able beginning with all beginning will live with them disability. Now, while you may start acknowledging yes, there's a lot of advancement in terms of human rights, there are still a lot of disparities. And some of disparities in we want to talk about it tomorrow morning. One, look at the first convention where we talk about the right to life. The right to life is a beautiful covenant. Huh? But there's a lot of things that are happening to the right to life. Sometimes it got disparity. Sometimes disparity is that minimal sense. You make all separation by stuff. Or you may make them good society, but society maybe you really make them good. Imagine you make 1,000 bag rice. And then you got population of place there, only same because some population of place there. Or maybe population of place there only high more between population of place there. But Because Mimi like in Blesia, by Mimi give him 800 back rice lo Blesia, 200 back rice lo Blesia. You look. So, plenty time, ika disparity, hemi stop, inequality is stop, and will people at Toktok, wait, tell them say, you know, got equal treatment, you know, got equal recognition. Or maybe equal recognition in stable policy, stable paper, but stable practicality, which means, kasem today, got full up, people were only no need face more hardship, but today hardships, hemi stop. Today, only face more hardship yet, pity more people. Also, when we harm, Sister Nelly and Mitalem, people will live with them disability. Hardship, lol, get up hemi more. Because maybe you may not recognize them, or because the time of disaster, you know, got man him step forward, blow, emi, take a molgata back to safe house, on time. So the right to life can be challenged by a lot of things. It can be challenged by a lot of, say for example, political disparities, which means that maybe we gave to this guy who leads the CDCCCs. You may give him 50 back rice, but him share with the whole community. But time where you come make him check, you find them out, say no. Him share no more with them, some people in the political party, blame him, share with them everybody. So those disparities are still there. Or maybe you may tell them, say, you got one water source, you may put them in the community, but then, landowner by tell them, say, you have to pay me some money before you actually share. Distribute this water to everybody in the village. Okay, then sometimes I mean, I think so. Something all the same. And we have a stop a man for him. We have a current full rights for him. Enjoy him full rights for him. The tail of morning was one human rights defender and activist. We want to talk about one something all the same environmental rights and how now you may time in with them human rights. So you got ICCPR, where one of the government has signed International Covenant on the Political and Cultural Rights. Sometimes time where you me say me woman tongoa. Time when we go back to tongoa, but me feel that sense of belonging with them. Me blo tongoa. You can say. Okay. And for me, no problem. Me stop la villa, me come la villa time me 13 years. Me come school, me stop. But every time me go to tongoa, me still got respect and me still got honaya or some total blow me. You can say. Also one picking blow one chief. Me still got that respect, that same level of respect. But how about all the girl where you grow up lo villa? You go back to island. You still feel him also, you still get that respect from your own people, you go back to island? You still got access to Lania where Papa Blue me give him lo you? You still got respect here lo Nasaraya where you come out lehem or no? You got all picking in the boy tete where you pon lo town, you go back to island lo no got crown. You got all picking in the boy where you go back to island lo no got name. Naya custom governance has become so big one that sometimes only demanding you, only demanding you must kill him 50 pig or you must kill him 20 pig or you must sack him 100 mat or whatever. You so we gain him back right. Plus son him is access him right him, cultural right him. These are the inequalities that we're facing today as women. So you mean a woman where you may stand the place today, while you may start to talk about the development agendas, you may no must forget them cultural rights, you mean the place where you may come out lehem. That you never stop la villa, you never make him life for you la villa, by the time when you go home, by got respect, you stop la home. Late Andy Dorothy, time when him stop sick, and me tell him the time when we want them, time when we go, me want them you like take him back me, go back to island. That's because time when we go to island, and we still got respect here, is island. So development by him come next year, by him no sema ko sem iya. 5 years time, by him no sema ko sem iya. But we need to reposition ourselves. But you got more educational opportunities, but you go school hamas. All opportunity you sema by come more. Woman you talk together by him come more pick one. You not forgetting people below you. You carry one where you learn them, you go back home, you share them with them community below you. You protect them culture below you. You protect them self of belonging below you. Where place where you come lehem. The 2018 or 17 time when people blow ambai got 15 or 14,000 people, time only forced only come out blow ambai because of volcanic eruption. Later on, maybe I follow them up, lo kata plo make one study, lo human rights. Huh? Maybe I find them out, say chief, all chief lo ampai wali kamat lo ampai oli stop lo oli kamat lo ampai oli stop lo maivo. Oli lusum authority plo kata. Plo oli sabi rule mol people plo kata paket oli stalo one foreign land. Oli stalo one land where him no plo kata. Make him say hard to exercise some right plo kata. So even though situation plo kata ino kut oli talam se mivla want to go back for time mivla make him crown mivla make him current all man maivo li cross lo mivla. Oli kam planem nalalas pa mivla no plan pit in place. All dispute block around by stop. All something by stop. All disaster by come. By make a situation it come worse. That's why you may really need play me. Think ahead as old woman. You may be supportable husbands play me. You may supportable chiefs play me. You may supportable authority will stop block around. One them now by me make him role play me also one woman. Play me protect them self-belonging. That way me call island play me. But we still feel him also me woman tana. Me woman uripif, me woman malo, but we still feel him. So cultural right play you, political right play you. You want political party, you want join political party play you. That is your right. Me no got right play me come dispute you, or me come pull you blow you call one political party because by me giving me 50,000 vato or by me paying pack cover play you come join a political party play me. There's a lot of disparities that are going on now. Now, during disaster or something else become worse. Now you Mr. Finem say ikat full of all inequalities where he stop. Lo time for disaster, but you look for some people only go out. But tell them some people where you Mr. live away. Now you probably move out of place because flooding and become Miss Polam current bloketa. Now you go stop away, but you make a current way for crown Miss small. So who number him receive concern for community? Him Yumi woman they talk together. So the community pays protection. I think Sister Rose said, but we talk about yet. How? Well, you take him ownership. You take him authority. You lead him assessment lo crown. You lead him story and lo crown. Lo how now? You must have define them. You must have define them. Identify and define them. All community-based needs. We start a community. Make them say that you must have strategize them development. We start the bottom-up approach. So time when me look like the villa, me ko lotonga by me look like lotonga. You me haram kutula Toktok where honorable minister play me talam. Or special envoy play me talam. Time villa suppose me press them light. You call island by you press them light. Penaya sam play me. The day by Mr. Look, me press them light lo island by me come play fate and lo push lo te uma me na press them light. You got some? And me now. So something will say you must look good. The right to life, environmental rights are important, cultural rights play you important, maintain them. Political rights play you important. That's how you shape them. Development play you also a nation. Fasten blow rau you must stop. Fasten blow chalus you must stop. Fasten blow you cross law naraman you must stop. You may unify. You may stop together, the special envoy play me to lo Toktok play me talam tito lo muning. You may stand up strong. You may work together as one team. You may move as one flock. You may move as one team. Play me have promote them right to life. Cultural rights play me. What environmental rights play me protect them. Strato Sam? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Anne. Anne, just a very quick summary in English. What are your 3 key messages? In English, please. Your 3 key messages.
Oh, my 3 key messages.
Yeah.
Okay, so my 3 key messages is that, first of all, you have to respect the right to life. Promote the right to life. Promote the cultural rights of you and your people. Promote the cultural and political right for you, your family, and your people. And that do not create conflicts, but support each other. We stand together as a flock. We build each other. That spirit of sisterhood, we need to stand together, move together, and contribute to the development of Vanuatu. Streta?
Thank you so much, Sister Anne. I'd now like this. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you, Sister Sala, to share with us your insights.
Thank you so much, Carol. To our distinguished guests and our women in the room, our champions, this does get emotional. Maybe because I'm also a daughter of the Pacific. To our mothers, to our forerunners in the room, thank you for who you are. My name is Sala Tupo. I'm from Fiji, so Mbulavinaka or Malombula in my dialect. I'm a mom to 17 children who are not my biological children. One thing that I heard yesterday, and maybe if I stick to my 3 points, is your story is very important. We need to tell our stories. Your story is power. Your story is truth. No one should take your story away from you. We live in a region where telling our stories is something that is considered to be prideful, and we don't talk about our issues. When we tell our stories, we give it light, we expose the bad that is in it, and we relate to everybody else that they have similar stories as our stories. I talk about being a parent to 17 children because they are not my biological children. But they've chosen our home to come and to find a safe space. And I tell this story because they have given us the honor to write their stories. And so the beauty and the power in what you do is you rewrite your story. You rewrite the story for your community, and you rewrite the story for your children. We rewrite the stories of our children of the Pacific. The Pacific means tranquility in Spanish. We live in a region that is tranquil. And there are some things that are not correct about how we currently live, but as we are hearing, power is in the information. May I say, power is in our stories. May I encourage us, stories is not outside of Vanuatu, stories is not only in Fiji. It's not only our stories that matter, it is all our stories. I flew an hour and a half to get to Vila, so I don't live far away. I come from a village, I come from a Matangali, I live in the city, and I relate to everything that we are sharing here. How this connects. Can I just translate that a little? Okay. You summarize
Sorry,
at the
Salah.
end.
Sorry, my
You
sister.
summarize at the end.
Oh, I summarize at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So how I connect to all of that's happening here, I'm so thankful to ActionAid for inviting me to be here. I work in Suva in an organization that's called the Pacific Community, or SPC. This organization is mandated by our leaders of the Pacific to serve the Pacific. So we are here to serve us, and I serve specifically in the area of gender equality. Around the world, 1 in 3 women experience violence in their lifetime. In our region, it's 2 out of 3. So 2 out of 3 of us sitting in this room, me included, have experienced intimate violence. We need to tell this story. We need to find the solutions from within our communities to disrupt this wrong. In our parliaments, globally, the average is 27%. In our region, it is 7%. We need to champion each other as women to take spaces of influence. You are women leaders in this room. If you can influence somebody else, our children, our communities, and each other, you are a leader. Thank you for being leaders in our communities. Thank you for your stories of truth and of courage. And thank you for the community that you serve in. In terms of the region, we have a regional framework, which is called the Pledge, the Pacific Leaders Gender Equality Declaration. That serves as our compass or our blueprint in which all our collective work is mapped. We thank the role of our donors, DFAT, with the particular program that I work in. We have UK, we have USAID. They put fuel in the engine of our canoes and our outboard motors so we can keep doing what we know how to do, find solutions and bring solutions to our issues. One other thing, if I may end with, and I'm happy to have corridor conversations on this, is the role of gender and culture in our work. We need to change the narrative. I've seen men call the Domestic Violence Center and pay for the fuel for their niece to get on an outboard motor and go for services. I've seen chiefs in communities who champion and say no more violence to their girls and their women. I've seen men give permission for women to go and have reproductive health services. Men are our partners. Men are our allies. Change the story. Keep telling the story of the men who partner with us to disrupt the wrong in our communities. Call it out. We do this not only for us, but for our children and our generations to come. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your powerful stories. And thank you that each and every one of you, whether you are 21 or you're like me, you're seasoned or you're an emerging leader, we are all women of change. And we look forward to continue to celebrate all the great things that you do. Vinaka Levu.
Vinaka, Sister Sala, thank you very, very much for those insights. Anne, would you like to summarize just for NB Shlama, please?
Okay. Thank you. By me try best for me, yeah? Okay, so nemple me, Sister my God, Salah, I forgot your name, sorry. My friend, I just forgot. Okay. Salah Tupo, to let's one committee together before. So Salah had me talk about the importance of Storian. Storian play had me very, very important because Storian play me had me come had me shape them development. Storian play me had me recognize them all needs play me, all needs for family, all needs for community. Storian play me now, time where you put them together, you may come together, you may put them together, have me sabe come up with a one plan and then you may carry out plan and me sabe help me flow. You may meet them sample get the community demands or sample needs for community have me cut. And we also talk about too, say, importance flow. You may recognize them too. Some get the issues when you start the community flow you may. And then you may identify more issues here, you may come, you may story and lehem, flow help me, flow, you may find more solutions, find more ways on how now, you may have a do away with the more issues or some. And we also touch a little bit too about gender-based violence. That you got 1 out of 3 women. So you got 3 lawyers. You got President Choice, Mr. Loveless, and then you got Noilin Loveless, with them Sister Bloimilowe. Suppose where ika 3 lo yula is town, pe 1 lo yula pa hemi come out lo, emi come out lo one home, or pa hemi come out lo one place where emi face them domestic violence. And then we survey ika different forms of domestic violence. Huh? Ika intimate partner violence, whereby man lo you no more by hemi fight with you, or woman yan, by hemi fight with a man play him. Like talam mo sempre kat sa woman tu, sta fight a man block at tu, so by mi talam. You know say woman no mo, man no mo sta fight a woman, by kat sa woman tu, sta fight a man, so by mi talam mo sempre. And this lo base lo speech play him, mi talam mo sempre. On woman, 1 out of 3 women probably face some form of domestic violence. Some other form of violence, mi al sem. E may no out lo context play mi speech play. Pero some lo kata mo de break him down mo sem. Some form of violence. Some violence hemi olsem. Mama bahemi ko make market, bahemi make money. Bahemi kam hemi no post lo money blem. Man blehem by post lo money blem. By man blehem say give you make how much today? You make 6,000. Where money ya? Bahemi kara money ko drink ka balehem, by ko pem cigarette or ko pem alcohol hotel friend blehem. Woman bahemi stop by look out them money pem shukai, look at money pem rice, or look at money plus will begin in school. That is financial violence. Or emotional violence. Somebody, we hurt him, somebody, you sing out them, nosebleed, big one, you was a devil, you was a abuplo, you was a Muslim. All kind of Toktok also, and some cause of emotional violence. So full of forms of violence, but 1 out of 3 women by hemi face some form of violence. 1 out of 3 women, which means hemi one big number 2 months time where you may look. So it means suppose how much woman is taloblesia, by got a full of woman loblesia when by face domestic violence. So, hemi talamol sem importance plo you must talk about all issues are importance plo you must talk about identify all community needs. What are all community needs? Story and plo you hemi important. Then maybe we talk about a little bit more about how we people really move from one place to another, but the importance of you stop together. And I think one will Toktok where you may more money Toktok together, you may like and plant and you may stop encourage you may haram Toktok lo Mama Carol, you may haram Toktok lo Sister Flora or Auntie Flora, we have say the spirit of sisterhood, the spirit of oneness and the spirit of sisterhood you must have. Trust each other, support one another. Suppose we got one issue, you will come together, you will talk about and find them all local solutions for him. But here we talk about the importance of staying together, importance of moving together, and culture. And again, let me talk about importance of respect them culture, you, and the importance too, you contribute to community development, finding ways how you support them, all Naravela mama, and support them all Nara families. Sorry.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that support, Anne. Okay, I want to give us 5 minutes for anybody who has questions for this panel before we let them off stage. Any questions below you? Any questions, my sisters? Yes, Sister Nancy, please come up.
Okay, my morning law house. Man, you will try and smile a little bit, yeah. You will make me by me fright love already, yeah. Okay, thank you. Name me Nancy Naupa. Me community mobilize plo Northern Eromango. Plo network plo you me woman ni Toktok together. Me got one question. Plo me ask him this morning. Question plo me he go same. When now you think blow you blow Vanuatu government more stakeholders only must make them promote them women leadership look climate justice. Question blow me. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Nancy. Is there anyone who'd like to respond to that? Yes, Anne.
Yeah, I think I'll have a go, and then I can let my 2 friends speak as well. One something whereby we have empower all women, but you have advance more gender justice, and especially in the space of climate change. And while special envoy bring me Mr. Lopez today, but me want to make one special call out. Yes, ikat outcome statement lo 2018, Nairobi 2018 Women's Ministerial Meeting outcome statement. Wahemi talamol sem se 30% of every climate-based financing that hemi should come to support them all walkabout all woman. That hemi should support them all initiatives where all women only lead him lo different countries play yumi. So only talamol sem national women's machineries. So yumi all woman yet you must identify and say who now national women's machinery play yumi lo Vanuatu. Is it the Department of Women's Affairs or is it VNCW? But me have me one answer where you need we must respond to him yet. Because I'm special envoy play me start to tell morning me want to make a special request and no say time where you sit down honorable the conversation the table with the government ministers with them all get away Mr. debate national budget that you no must work at them you allocate them special funding to go to watch all women's machineries you must have continue you make them all work with him style crown. Only by this way, suppose a woman only access them all climate adaptation funding, all community resilience funding, that by you must have continue to promote them women and climate justice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. FDPA, or Vanuatu Disability Promotion and Advocacy Association, Hemicat 34 local organizations of persons with disabilities, all area councils, 6 provinces across Vanuatu. Plomegem se pa yumi work together, lo convention lo rights for people with disabilities, mi talam now lo article 4.3, mi general obligation, and then we talk about say, you must include all people with disabilities with them organization blol kata. Suppose you want to involve them all kata, all programs, plans play me. So tayo may talk about organization, the only national organization of persons with disabilities where Hemi one national advocacy organization in FDPA. So include people with disabilities or women with disabilities and the organization in any programs. Thank you, Tomas.
That's powerful. Thank you, Nelly. Sister Sarah, you have something to say about that?
Yeah, if I may just add on the power of partnership and working together. I think you have a really good platform and a base here with the work that you do. And it's about partnering with those of us who sit in different spaces to ensure that we provide a pathway for access into spaces of influence. We work directly with governments and we work with, and we also carry the mandate of regional gender equality commitments. The political will has been confirmed by our leaders, and so it's on us to call them on that. And so these partnerships is really key. Our special envoy on climate change spoke about the leading role that Vanuatu is playing to be able to prepare a Pacific delegation to go to the ICJ. That started with a group of young people from university in the USP who came together and did their research and understood what the issues are and brought their stories, and they were able to frame it within that. So partnership is really key, and it's really valuable that the women's group here are part of ActionAid, which is a global movement, and as well as linking in with the forum, with PIFs or with SPC. Our role is to help facilitate and provide open doors into those spaces.
Thank you. That's very, very good. Nancy, Sister Nancy, you hear him? Okay. Now, one last question, no more. I could see a hand there, Sister Mama Bettina.
Thank you very much.
It's okay, it's working, you can hear.
Thank you very much. I was sitting here listening with an interest, very big interest, on the discussions, which make me to ask, I have a questions to ask here. My question goes like this. What is the role of local Ni Vanuatu in climate justice? Thank you.
Sister Anne Monelli, Sister Sala, what is the role of local Vanuatu women? I think that's what you wanted to say on climate justice.
Okay, I think me don't want something no more. We need to build a consensus. Huh? Consensus means everyone must got one strong thinking. When I'm not message play, you mean where he must be based. No situation where you must face him today. When I'm not climate, we make him you me. And then we find one solution for him, come up with a one thing, you make class, you make a special envoy local. That's the message where you make him people that are going to cop or some boss play local. You may pass a message for him, go. But message you have not represent one person. One unified message. Straight to Sam?
Thank you, Sister Nelly.
People with disabilities are being left out, or women with disabilities are left out planned inside the society, blow you harem voice, kata. One principle, Blum said, nothing about us without us. A voice of our own. So, you mean make him say, you mean include him, all kata, climate justice. Make sure, involve him, all kata. Humanitarian actions. Make him say, all kata, have participate meaningfully. Implement them to nothing about us without us. You miss say, the people's plan, the national plan, he may talk about leave no one behind. So you may everyone or citizens of Vanuatu, please you may not leave anyone behind. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Nelly. Sister Sala, you have any message?
Maybe just one reflection. When there is no food for us, or our food security, our food gardens is damaged, we need to find the solution to that ourselves before government does. So that is my role in a home, that is my role in the community, and we understand that our cultures provide a lot of tools for how we protect and preserve our food, but also noticing that a lot of our families now are affected by mobility and work mobility, and our men are leaving our villages. And so this becomes an added burden on women to care, as well as to provide for their families, as well as safeguard against climate issues. And so therefore, my one suggestion is to add to what has been said previously, what is in your basket of knowledge, of traditional ways of resilience that we can bring out to help us to be immediate responders to the work that is before us and the issues. And in building that as a community, we then find the pathway to amplify these stories at national and global level.
Thank you very much. I think let us appreciate the panel in our usual way for the insights they've shared. And I believe their voice is the voice of Vanuatu women and the voice of Pacific women on what we would like to see on humanitarian action and climate change. So let's appreciate 2, 3. Thank you too much, my sisters. I want to acknowledge the presence of a few people who have joined us this morning. I'm acknowledging Ravinesh Nand from the BPP program. Welcome on board, Ravinesh. I want to also recognize the presence of Peace Corps representative who's here with us today. Thank you for coming. I want to also appreciate the representative from SISTA. I think I saw someone. Thank you for joining us today. Now, the next process is a key advocacy moment for us. We are going to do it outside because of its nature. We are going to talk about women's priorities and visions for climate action. And then we are going to do the advocacy on ICJ. All this is going to be done outside. You will allow us, our dignitary friends, to get the women organized, and then you will join us in that process. So may I ask the team leaders, the WIT mobilizers, to lead your team and form one big fella circle outside so that we can start our advocacy and we move fast. Chap, chap. Sister Blomi, come out. I come outside no more. Yeah, everyone basket is still a chair. I got strength today, tired. One big fella circle. Sister Rosette, you're leading us through this process. This session is going to be facilitated by Sister Rosette Calmet, the Program Quality Manager for ActionAid.